Ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again. Now, I didn't know if I was going to cover this or not, but I figure we're going to dive into some stories about the Goatman. I'm going to tell you 10 Goatman stories to know about the legend of this crazy, trippy looking monster. Now, the Goatman sightings have been ravaging the minds of people as well as the internet for the last 7 decades. It has been the main topic of discussion in many books and diaries even since the first sighting of this horrific monster was reported. Times have passed, but the mysteries regarding this part man and part goat animal, or, this terrific creature in general, has not been solved. Here are the top-rated sightings listed about the Goatman. Now, in 1960, when 14 hikers were horribly killed by the Goatman in Louisiana, Kentucky, the only eyewitness who saw the happening said that it had happened too rapidly. The Goatman was screaming fiercely and chopped all of the 14 hikers into pieces and ripped off their bodies. But the terror of this fierce creature struck with this incident. Now, one of the most hit stories is the Annecy Goatman story. Here, a group of teenagers who went camping, in the woods, of course. They got terrified by this creepy presence of the Goatman between them in shapes and forms of another group member while assimilating in the group. They could barely detect who it was and yet felt a creepy presence all the time. Weird things happened during their expedition, leaving them helpless and terrified, finally compelling them to call and end this camping trip. Next follows the famous story of 1957 when the Goatman was seen in Maryland, and it attempted to kill and harm teenagers and young couples who tried to have private time at the Lover's Lane. It killed a dog at that time. In Huntington, in June 1963, once again, Goatman is sighted by a couple, and the female noticed it's half human and half goat form. And once again in Huntington, in April 1971, there was an attack in a farm by the Goatman. The farmer saw the Goatman eating a pig, and when he neared by, the Goatman ran away. In September of 1976, in the Woodmore Kent Country Club, the Goatman was once again seen by a staff member, and this time though, the staff also saw bones of some unrecognized animal scattered all over the place. In October 1985, a police officer heard strange noises in an old school building after getting reports from some teenagers who were, disturbed and frightened by this fierce noise and growling, and thus was believed to be the Goatman. Now, a kid in the Magruder Park in Hatesville, Maryland, in August 1990, saw this monster in a clearing in the nearby woods when he went running after a ball from the park to the woods. In May of 1998, the Goatman was seen by some teenagers in the woods nearby while they were having fun in a cafeteria. During coverage a golf tournament in Glenarden in 2007, a photographer accidentally photographed a few seconds footage of the Goatman on a tree near the golf course. Now, these incidents were all real-life incidents, and public reactions were actually recorded after these. Discussions and rumors about the Goatman continue to hit, the newsstands every now and then, reminding mankind that, apart from the regular realm of life, there is a mysterious and fearful world where monsters like the Goatman do exist. Now, some of these stories weren't that crazy, but the fact that people legit think they saw the Goatman, and, even these instances that was so short, you gotta think, it's really hard to tell what is real in the world and what's just, people's imaginations, or people just trying to get on the bandwagon and just, get their, few minutes of fame that they claim to have seen the Goatman, or Bigfoot, or the Mothman, or any of these crazy cryptids, that exist in the world. Do I believe in the Goatman? It's really hard to tell. But the fact that so many people, in various locations, have seen this monster, it puts some fear in you if you're by yourself out in the woods or something like that. But everybody, what is your take on the Goatman? Have you ever seen the Goatman? Let me know down below. But this is Monster Folklore. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.